My name is Duddy, so builds and stuff, and today I want to share with you my orb build, Orbi 1 Kenobi. That's what I've called this build. We're going to create an absolute crap ton of orbs, and if you're patient with me, young Padawans, I will show you the way of the orbs, the light versus the dark. We're going to create plenty of orbs like so. So stay with me and I will break it all down. The first part of the build is going to be the newly reworked Ophidia spathe. This got changed at the beginning of the season. Gain a second knife per charge. Getting a final blow with a throwing knife grants consecutive knives a temporary stacking damage bonus. Gambler's dodge refreshes the bonus timer. So you get a stacking damage bonus. This goes from 30%, 60% to 100% for 5 seconds to your throwing knives. Pair that with your gambler's dodge. Every time you dodge near an enemy, you're going to get 2 knives per charge. So I'm just going to quickly show you how this works. Basically, everyone knows how it works, but I just wanted to throw it in there. Dodge, 2 knives, absolutely crazy. Quick dodgeroonie, and you've got 2 knives, really, really good. Before I show you the mods, I just want to show you how many orbs you can create with this build. Look at the state of this, there's 1 orb, and then you're just going to carry on, throwing knives, getting that stacking damage bonus, and knives galore, orbs galore, absolutely crazy. Loads of them, and then on top of that you're charging your gunpowder gamble up as well, causing fire sprites everywhere. Couple of mods that make this tick. Heavy-handed, I equip 3 of these. Your powered melee final blows create orbs of power. Now it's really important that you run 3 of these because this is what the build, make the build tick. 3 of these because it got an update. 3 copies of this gives you a 1-second cooldown on your heavy-handed mod. So every 1 second you can create an orb. So that's why I run the 3 of them. So it's really, really important that you run 3 of them. So you get loads of orbs with that. Also, I added Reaper to the equation. Shortly after using your class ability, your next weapon final blow spawns an orb of power. So there's another way of buffing out your orbs as well. So the main sort of couple of mods, Reaper and heavy-handed. On top of that, we've got knock 'em down. While you're radiant, your final blows with your equipped throwing knife fully refund your melee ability. So you get loads and loads of melees as long as you keep getting kills with them. Gunpowder gamble, this one is absolutely crazy. Defeating targets with solar abilities, which you do obviously a lot with the solar knives. So this is just a free one. And then one of the fragments that I like to run with this one is Ember of Wonder. This is just another way of buffing your orbs out. Rapidly defeating multiple targets with solar ignitions generates orbs of power. So you can create an orb of power via the Ember of Wonder, via your Reaper mod, and via the heavy-handed. And this is an all-round good cocktail for an absolute crap ton of orbs. We've got a few more things to show you as we go, but this is everything I've just shown you, all working in one go. Loads of knife kills from the, loads of orbs from the heavy-handed. You've got your Reaper going as well. You've got your Ember of Wonder. You've got your Gunpowder Gamble. You've got loads and loads of stuff going on. So this is just a quick example of everything that I've just shown you. A really good build and it feels super, super fun. Really, really fun. Another mod that works particularly nice with this build is Utility Kickstart. When your class ability energy is fully expended, your armor charge is consumed and you gain class ability energy for each armor charge used. Multiple copies of this mod increase the benefit. I run 2 of them. So you've also got loads and loads of class ability energy, and you can stick on Ember of Singeing. Your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. So that little combination with Ember of Singeing and Utility Kickstart gives you an absolute load of class ability as well, which then works nicely for your knives with a gambler's dodge. Now, other fragments that come into play: Ember of Torches, powered melee attacks against combatants, making you and your nearby allies radiant. So you've got literally loads of stuff going on, loads of class ability, loads of orbs, infinite radiance, loads of damage. Really, really nice. And like this build, it's not really like a GM build or something like that. This is like perfect for dungeons or 1830, 1840 lost sectors with the right modifiers. But for the dungeon, it felt really, really nice. I was just able to run around, not have to kill much things with my weapons. It was either knife kills or the gunpowder gamble, and you've literally got infinite radiance, which obviously brings a lot of the seasonal artifact mods into play as well, which we'll go into in a moment. But just being able to run around and just create loads of orbs for you and your teammates, get loads and loads of super energy. Again, I want to show you something on the super energy gains as well after this. But regarding the seasonal artifact perks, Rays of Precision is absolutely crazy. You're going to have infinite this as well, so while you're radiant, solar precision final blows cause combatants to ignite. You're going to have loads and loads of explosions going everywhere, as well as all the orbs that you're creating and everything else that you've seen. Another seasonal artifact perk that is really good with this as well, Revitalizing Blast. Because you're going to have 2 knives pretty much all of the time, you're going to consistently be able to debuff targets for you and your teammates with Revitalizing Blast. All you got to do is dodge near an enemy for 2 knives, and you can literally keep that going forever. So it's a really, really good build all round. Revitalizing Blast, just being able to stick the debuff on the target consistently for a long period of time with the 2 knives is a massive increase in DPS for you and your team in big DPS situations, long durations, so it's really, really good. I'm just going to quickly skip over the setup, so knock them down. We've already touched on this one. It enhances your supers and it makes you get your knives back while you're radiant if you get a kill with them. Gunpowder Gamble, which we've touched on. Defeating targets with solar abilities charges up a grenade. You can use any knife you want. Proximity, knife fan, or weighted throwing knife, or even lightweight knife, but I prefer the knife that you've seen, the knife trick. I found that the best one. Gambler's Dodge, obviously, that's what you need. Fragments, Ember of Singeing, your class ability recharges faster when you scorch targets. Obviously, your knife and your grenade scorch targets. Ember of Torches, get radiant via melee attacks. And an Ember of Wonder, rapidly defeating multiple targets with solar ignitions, generates an orb of power. Ember of Searing is a really good one as well. Defeating scorched targets, grants melee energy and creates a fire sprite. Mods, we've touched on a couple of these, but I'll just break them all down. Repair, your next kill after using your class ability. Your next weapon kill spawns an orb. Double utility kickstart. This is excellent for getting your class ability back. Pair that with the Ember of Singeing, which we've touched on, and you get loads and loads of class ability back too. On my on my legs, I like to run Better Already. Your health regenerates after picking up an orb. It starts to regenerate. I also like to run Recuperation, replenishes health each time you pick up an orb of power, because you do get loads of orbs of power, as you've seen, so you may as well take advantage of them. And then Invigoration, just to buff the melee recharge out a little bit more, getting melee energy every time you pick up an orb. On your chest piece, this is pretty up to you really. A concussive dampener and a couple of resistance mods, whatever you're doing at the time. On my arms, I really like, can't stress how important it is to run 3 heavy-handed mods just for that 1 second cooldown on creating orbs, and it also increases the orb potency as well. So it's a bigger orb, gives you more super energy. On the helmet, I like to run double harmonic siphons because I'm always sticking to solar weapon kills with this build, obviously because of the seasonal artifact perks. And then hands-on, gain bonus super energy on melee kills. This is a really good one as well. I've just got a brief example of this working, how much super energy you get. Up there with Shards of Galanor, really, if you think about it, with all the orbs you're creating, all the melee kills you get, I wonder if it does have as much super regeneration as Shards of Galanor. Some weapons, I just think we could touch on things like Monte Carlo for infinite melees. That's a really good one to pair with it. Things with attrition orbs, if you wanted to buff your orbs out even more. Or even weapons with Pugilist are really good options as well. So a couple of different options for buffing your melee recharge rate out or your orbs even more. All I'm going to do now, in case I didn't explain things well enough, I'll leave this build playing out. I'll also leave a dim link in the video description. I hope you found this video helpful. May the force be with you, Padawans. I hope you like the Orbi 1 Kenobi build. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.